I'm Steph Hodge with BoardGameGeek here with Lance Mikester of Taste Your Minstrel Games, and we're looking at Rolled West, a roll and write game, which I'm terribly excited for right now.
From Daniel Newman, one of the coolest guys in the whole wide world.
Excellent.
If you know Daniel Newman, you know I'm telling the truth there. So.
I don't know if I've met him, but
really?
I should meet him.
Well, he's like this short guy, but he's so energetic and cool. He's just all over. He's like a bouncy ball. He's whenever I see him, I smile.
That's awesome.
Regardless, yes. So you might be familiar with Gold West.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is ostensibly Gold West in a roll and write from us. So, and this uses, of course, we turn everything on there with 12-sided dice.
12-sided roll and write.
Oh my gosh!
Awesome.
Everybody's looking for cubes, and we got hexagon things here, whatever it is.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Okay. So you're not going to get a pad of paper or a pen. We believe in saving.
Dry erase.
And we believe in saving the environment. All that paper.
Yeah.
Getting chewed
it's
up.
So good.
Thrown away. So whatever.
This is perfect.
So this. So okay, we only have 2 players. I mean, you can play 2 players, but there's a slight dummy player thing with 2 players. So when you roll the dice, when you roll, you're going to
silver, copper.
copper. You're going to pick one of these as your terrain, and that's going to determine where you're able to build camps. That's down here. So when you pick one of those, you're going to be able to. So I didn't roll any wood, so I can't build any camps or anything. So I can't really do anything there. So I might as well talk about the board really quick. So when you have, but you are able to save resources between turns.
Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah, so there's things going on. So you will pick one, and that determines which one of these paths you're in. So if I had wood saved up from the last turn, say we've been playing a couple turns or whatever. I would say, oh, okay, I'm going to set aside, I really want my 2 silvers, I'm going to set aside that copper, and that means I'm going to be able to use that copper row. And you'll notice up here, 1 wood can build that little, the
triangle.
tent.
It's a tent.
And then, but a wood allows you to build a tent settlement.
Oh.
So in the settlement, you'll notice here, this is kind of cool. You'll notice here, oh, okay, let's say I had 2 wood saved up.
Yeah.
And I go like that. And then I put a circle there. The ones that have circles score points.
Well, we want circles.
You want circles. So
that works.
But there are endgame scoring matters of how far ahead you get to build. So the person who builds to the farthest, even if they're just triangles, even if you're just building 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, you're not scoring these points that are there, but you're going to score these little bonus points, because you went the furthest on those settlements on that side.
I see. So that actually works very much like Gold West.
Yes.
Very cool.
Well,
I see
there's
the
some
comparison.
synergy there,
yeah.
right?
Is that the only way to get a settlement?
With the wood and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you build those settlements up. Why?
I just want to put all circles.
Well, no, you have. Well, that would work. You crack the code. You'll win every game. All right. So then the other thing is that normally with 3 players, this invisible person here would play, and when they rolled the dice, they would get to pick one of those as a resource that they'd save, and they'd actually mark it up here. Now, I also, on my turn, I can say, you know what, I'm going to use these 2 silver for something, but I'm going to save this copper, and I could put a little C there, meaning I saved that copper.
Cool.
And then you can save it up over time. However, in the 2-player game, what'll happen is before you get to go, we just roll 3 dice, and now here is, and then each of us would get to pick one. Because there's that, so we get to and then now we go on, and then so it isn't. I'm not stealing from you, and you don't actually steal it. It's just an extra thing that you have. So with those resources, you can see then you're able to trade them in. You'll notice in this row, if you're able to get the 4 copper, you can get those 8 points. Now here's the cool thing about this. Is if you get that, if I grab this, I got that. You can't get it.
Oh, that's mean.
You don't get it,
Well, it's also Gold West.
Well, yeah. Well,
yeah, I got it.
The same thing goes with the different pathways up here. You get to score these, and you start, but then you get to here, and if you
cool little car meeples.
Yeah, so there you go. And if you score the 6 for everybody else has to cross 6 over. You can get that paltry 3 instead.
Yeah, this is wonderful.
Yeah, it is.
I totally get the Gold West feeling from this.
Yeah,
and that's exactly what you're going for.
And the thing is that a lot of times, and I'm not trying to toot our horn here, but I mean, a lot of times is when we have games like this, is that they say, this is so and so the card game, or this is so and so, and it's just that's just the name of it, and the kind of the same art, and it's just slapped on, which it doesn't mean it is a bad game, but it doesn't feel like a real continuation to the theme. Whereas this really feels
like a roll and write for Gold West.
For Gold West. So if you want the feel of Gold West, but you don't want to bother with all that tiresome Euro setup,
Hey, I love Gold West, so I don't mind the setup. But I guess I'm guessing this is shorter.
Yeah.
So and you can easily pack it and bring it with you to
well,
Origins.
if you can see right here, 2 to 4 people. And
in
then 20 to 30 minutes. So yeah, you can jam that Gold West feel.
Oh, awesome!
Into like a short little, the same amount of time as a sitcom.
So if you love roll and rides as much as me, I'm sure this is a game for you.
And who does? I mean, roll and rides. I mean, it just seems like you throw a rock, you'd hit somebody that has one right now. But I just think that they're a really great way to introduce people to your hobby.
And there are different mechanics instead of just Yahtzee. So
well, yeah, exactly. Yeah. And this doesn't have the re-rolls and stuff like that. This is just roll and
you get your resources.
Figure out your puzzle.
Exactly.
And do your turn. So yeah, and expect this one. This one is like being loaded onto a boat right now.
Excellent.
So you'll see this in stores like hopefully within 30-40 days.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Well, I can't wait to play. Thank you so much, Lance, for showing us
just kind of push
Rolled West.
This
it's
way.
all for me now.
I expect to see some Instagrams.
Oh, absolutely.